Hey everyone!
Hello!
Almir here from Overkill. Back again for another developer update, number 6 in the order, together with none other than Sal Gascon, the executive producer on Overkill's The Walking Dead.
Hello
hey,
everybody! How are you?
I'm good, dude. Always happy to be here in this room with you. Yeah. And getting prepped beforehand, making sure we look good for the camera.
You just trimmed a bit the beard, you know.
Yeah. Cut the beard trim, you know. I like that a lot. So, welcome back to the show. We've been keeping busy. We've been having people play the game during the closed beta, part 3 right now. What's happened since last week, since last we spoke to the survivors out there?
So, a lot of people has been playing. We've seen, a lot of walkers killed. We will go into details after. We've seen a lot of hordometer triggered, a lot of funny things on Twitch, on YouTube, like
Reddit and elsewhere. Yeah. So before we jump into today we're going to talk a bit, and it's going to be good. We got some news. It's going to be fun. But before we jump in, just want to remind you all that last week we spoke about Walker Stalker. So we're bringing our crew to Walker Stalker. I think they flew out earlier today, a dozen or so of Overkill and Starbreeze developers to Georgia for the World Congress Center in Atlanta for the Walker Stalker event. So if you are in Georgia or the vicinity, or if you have the time to go there, the Walker need, if you want to try out Overkill's The Walking Dead and you already haven't, make sure you pass by. We'd love to have you there. We're going to be there during the entire show, so it's going to be really good. And if you don't know what a Walker Stalker event is, it's this huge The Walking Dead event, really. So just a lot of Walking Dead fans, survivors and walkers and everything in between. Enjoying it. Yeah. So we're going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we have 12 machines there ready to play. So make sure you pass by and take photos. Send them to our official Twitter and other social media accounts, and we'll make sure that we repost and interact with you. And maybe there's even a free beta code in there for you if you do that. Yeah, we'll see. Cool. Or some other stuff. All right. For anyone out there, Sal, who hasn't been a part of the closed beta yet, who hasn't maybe pre-ordered but wants to, can we go through the season concept again? Because I think it's so cool to look at in order to get a better understanding of what kind of game this is, Overkill's The Walking Dead.
Yeah, actually, it's a very common question that we get when we interact with the community in forums or directly in Twitch. We go live and jump in. Even in-game, through the game chat, it's super funny. A lot of people ask us, right? What is the content is coming in, right? So, Control, can you show there you go. Our classic, now it's becoming a classic now.
It is, yeah.
So this was the 2 levels that we showed at the beta part 1 and 2, that you can still play in beta part 3, which is live, it's currently live right now. So beta part 3, you have access to 4 of the main story levels, 3 expeditions, and 2 cap defense levels. And this is the content for the full game, right? So as you can see, with the beta, you get a tease of what you're gonna find when we launch the game at 6th of November on Steam. And if you go forward, there you are. Zooming out, a lot of content. We need 2 pages. So the season 1 and season 2. Season 1 is all the content that is
for launch,
released at launch at 6th of November, and season 2 is all the content from November until June next year. It includes 9 episodes, from which 7 of them are new story missions. We have 2 new characters, a lot of new weapons, expeditions. So it's a lot of content actually, right? And this is all included both with the deluxe edition and the standard game. Right?
So whether or not you pre-order or buy it after launch, you get access both seasons with the digital deluxe edition and the standard edition.
And we have a small surprise for you guys. For the episodes.
Let's check it out. This is so cool.
Boom. There you go. So these are the covers for the episodes. These are 4 of the episodes. 3 of them you can play in the beta right now, and the 4th one, open season. This is going to be at launch, and you might be familiar with it with the cover of the game.
With the style, yeah.
So what is beautiful about this is like, you know, we are big fans of The Walking Dead. The comic books are an inspiration, a source of inspiration for us. And not only this, right, as we explained before, we are canon in the universe. So what better way to even be more canon, right, that have drawers from the comic book series to draw our covers for our episodes, right? And this is artwork from Dan Panosian, which is he's a great artist, and as you can see here, like he's drawing for us the covers of the episodes.
Yeah, they look beautiful. Which one is your favorite?
Wow, that's a difficult question. Hell or High Water, I really like the, you know, that Caleb is driving through the walkers trying to get to the team, right?
Yeah.
That one I really like.
Yeah.
But actually, it's like you need to choose between all the babies.
Yeah, they're awesome, all of them. I love them. And it's so cool we got Dan to do this, you know, because he's been such a great artist for The Walking Dead. Yeah. Cool.
Indeed.
Thank you for sharing. That was awesome. So I actually have something for you before we jump into the next thing. Yeah. So I asked on Twitter, you know, because, you know, we call this the developer update, but we've been hearing, you know, different names pop up. So we did a little poll.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
So we wanted to see, you know, if we should rebrand this show, you know, because developer update, you know, don't get me wrong, it's a really cool thing to call it, right?
Yeah.
But we did a poll. We have 3 different suggestions. So, survivors, should we rename our developer update series to The Walking Dev, The Talking Dev, or keep it as is, right? So it's 1,000 votes, right? And that's what you need in order to get a public opinion, right?
Okay.
So 50%, half of the survivors out there voting, they want this show to be called The Walking Dev.
That's very cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny. I wanted to surprise you with it. Yeah. You don't need to decide now, but yeah.
Let's decide now.
We want to? Okay.
It's a surprise for you now. Yes. Let's just say yes. Let's do it.
So now I know, anytime I need something through you, I can just surprise you live, and there we get it. I love that. Cool. So this is now the Walking Dev stream. I love that. Number 6. So we've been doing this a few times now. So we're going to continue, because we've got a couple of cool stuff to go through. So we asked the community to do a challenge, didn't we?
Yep.
So we asked you the first time around to kill 10 million walkers. And they did that. You did that. Then we asked you to kill another 10 million. But you only had to kill 8 because you were so good. You were already on 12 million kills. So, yeah, how has it gone? A total 20 million.
So we thought that, you know, like we said, okay, let's put a challenge that will keep them entertained.
Yeah.
And you guys destroyed all the statistics.
Yeah.
Instead of 20, you've killed almost 47.
Wait.
Oh, shit!
Do we have it?
Sorry.
The drum roll.
The drum, I like the drum. So the challenge is completed. It's 47 million, almost 47 million walkers killed.
Wow.
So as promised, we're extending the closed PC beta until Sunday, which is October the 28th. So if you're playing the game, you can keep playing it until this Sunday.
Yeah.
And if you haven't played it, just try to get a beta key and jump in it.
Yeah. And you have all the way until Sunday to try it out. So that's a long time. Yeah. Couple of more days. Yeah. You can kill a lot of walkers, experience a lot of clinch moments in Overkill's The Walking Dead in that time. And speaking of which, maybe we should jump to the clinch moments straight away, to our favorite segment. Yeah, so let's have a look at when shit hits the fan.
Uy, coño, me has asustado.
No toquéis el coche. Joder, va, hijo.
Me cago en la hostia.
La habéis liado, loco.
¿Ves? Es que
Hay que coger 2 jumpers.
More stuff. Ooh, weapon case.
Such a
Weapon
screw.
case, wow.
Nice.
You just got a weapon case.
Yeah.
Get it.
Got it.
We
It has
can't.
been got.
Oh God!
Oh, dude.
Well, I thought it was something else.
All of them.
That's an evil trap there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, fall over, dude.
Come on. I got him.
Come on.
Here we go.
Juicy.
It's cool he got it in the end.
They got a crush, you know, combo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cool moments. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, everyone. So we're gonna do probably a really cool one after the entire beta ended. So make sure you continue sending us your shit it's the fan moments, because we really love reviewing them. And I mean, the devs internally, I mean, we love watching these kind of things. And it doesn't matter if you are the streamer or player doing it. If you find someone's stuff and you find it so funny, send it over to us on our Twitter or Instagram or wherever else you're communicating with us, and we'll make sure we check it out. Yeah, those were really funny.
Those are funny.
I mean, the one where you get downed and the entire group gets downed.
Yeah. And it's not the first time, right? We've seen teams getting there, like, oh, what is this? And then boom.
A lot of friends becoming enemies in that moment of time, at
and
least
they lost the
temporarily.
weapon case, which is like, it makes it even worse, right?
Yeah.
You're grinding those weapons and bam, everybody, it's a force wipe.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
And the bloater blowing up there in the end was also really nice. It's always a feeling of awesomeness when you do that. All right. So with Beta 3 being live, how has it been progressing? Have we been getting what we want?
So yeah, we have actually control with the. There you go.
Oh, cool.
So we have this top-down view of the map, right? We are obviously one of the things we're doing at the beta is checking out like where people is dying, where the difficulty pike goes, etc. Right? And then from this we can take statistics, so we can improve the experience, making it harder, making it easier at some point, right? Giving you a break sometimes. So in this case here, as you guys can see, this is where the players are killing the walkers, and it's very close to the doors, right? This is an easy one. It's very obvious, of course, but it's very nice to see how these people is like from the door, right, trying to backtrack, killing the walker that is approaching. So you can see red means a lot of deaths, and green means less of them.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how people play, right?
If you go to the next one, this is Hell or High Water. This is the mission in which you start, coming from your camp, right? And then you need to retrieve the water purifiers and then get out of there with Caleb's van. This one here is showing, it's a heat map showing player death, right? So if we see clearly that the first point where there is a lot of that is boom here, the first encounter with the humans. We've seen actually people going like, oh, there is humans, let's talk with them. Boom. They are not your friends, right? Yeah. So we see a lot of that is around here because it's where people basically tries to keep a distance between them and the humans, right? And try to like a donut shape, if you see it with the reds, right? Is where they try to hide from them, and they get hit, and then they die. Then here is another choke point we have in the level. It's the
Death Alley.
It's the Death Alley.
Yeah.
This other heat map, it's about the hordometer.
Yeah.
Right? It's like where, what levels of hordometer happen and where in the level, right? And actually, we're very, very positively surprised with this one because this is how we designed. And tweaked the parameters of the hordometer, enemy position, sound of weapons, durability of silencers to have this choke point in which, as you can see, when you start, it's pretty light, right? Like it's very rarely good. People triggers the hordometer right there, and then as they progress forward, you see that it's going more red and more red. Right? The chaos point is the park, and the tank has something to do with it too. Right, the tank, the heavy human enemy, and then of course in the laundromat, the last section, because you are there, you're arriving, you're like half your health bar, almost no ammo. Things start to happen, like walkers surrounding you, a lot of humans. You just want to focus on picking up what you need, right, and then.
Some miscommunication, maybe, a silencer breaking and people not realizing these kind of things.
So these are super interesting for us as developers because then we can, with this heat map, we can study how people really interact with our game, right? So we read on forums, obviously, we check streams, we hear people in one-on-ones, right? But then we also have the overall statistics that we can then analyze and make our game better.
Yeah, it's a great addition to the tools we already have in order to make as great of an experience we can for you out there. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Sal. A really cool data. Yeah. All right. So, like we said earlier, shit hits the fans. We love that. Make sure you send us your clips, your favorite ones. It doesn't matter if it's already been shown. Tweet it at us, Overkill's TWD. We want to see them, especially Saul. He loves them. I love them too, but we just want to see them. So get more of them. All right. So we wanted to jump in and do some questions. How about that?
Yeah. Let's go into questions.
Cool. So we have,
have
Overkill Sebastian helping us out, gathering some questions. So the first one is Chosen 13. You want to take it? Any questions you like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Go
can
ahead.
read them and.
Yeah. Okay. When will you have an option for us to be able to rebind keys?
So, this is a very good question. We will have it at launch. It's not gonna be the as fast as we wanted it to be, right? We wanted it to have it for beta, seeing the request of people. But we integrated the mouse sensitivity as requested by the community, and then we worked on the key rebinding, so it's gonna be ready for launch. We already have a version working, but it didn't make it for the beta 3. Reason being there was a bit of bugs and we wanted to avoid that, right?
Thank you for answering.
Welcome.
So next one is from Redjevel, or Red Javel. Maybe that's a Swedish one. I'm not sure. Will there be more special zombies, or will there be special walkers, if you will, like Left 4 Dead got ones that jump, etc. So it's really a question about enemy design, isn't it?
Yeah. So of course, any enemy we add, we need to of course think about it like thoughtfully, like to interact with all the systems that we have in the game, right? But as important as that, right, as the technical or design part of it, is also the fact that we are true to the universe within the Walking Dead, right? So we cannot have like jumping walkers or climbing walls and stuff that you see in other zombie products, right?
Unless Robert adds them, right?
Unless Robert adds them. So yes, we can maybe send all together emails to Robert and hey, what can we have flying walkers? But this being said, within the limits or let's say the boundaries of this of this universe, right? We have a lot of things that we can do. And yes, indeed, we are adding more after launch, more walker types.
Cool.
Is that number 2?
Click Smur asks, click_Smur, where can I report bugs?
Where can you report? Anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere, but especially in our Steam forums. If you're playing the PC closed beta, jump into the community hub. It's easy to access. You just go to the store page, community hub, and you can click your way through. Make sure you're logged into your account so you can start posting right away. We have a bug section. We have a general discussion section where we talk about the game, and everyone's opinions and thoughts. And yeah, jump in there. We're so happy to read. Overkill Elizabeth is in there, owning it, making sure we gather your feedback properly and take care of the bugs that needs taken care of. And the rest of our developers are also in there lurking. I'm in there talking, Sal's in there talking. So definitely make sure you join us there, because we love talking to you guys also. Then of course you can tweet at us, etc. But the Steam forums is where it's at currently. Then we have another question from EMP_Athy. Empathy. I see what you did there. We will get... Will we get other difficulties?
Yes.
Overkill and Death Wish?
Yes, we are at launch. We have a normal, hard, very hard, and overkill. This is the 4 difficulties that we launch the game with.
Cool. Thank you for answering that, Saul. So Mr. Vergelson asks, so in beta, we have seen most of the content?
So, Control, can you put again the
season thingy?
Game of Thrones season thing? Yeah. There you go. Just with the final recap. So yeah, this is the...
This shows clearly what you get in the beta, right?
So in the beta, you're getting those first 4
on the
story
top
maps.
left, yeah.
And then on the full game, you're getting all the rest of the content, right? So it's like 10 story missions, 6 expeditions, and 6 camp defenses. And then buying the standard edition or the deluxe, you get also season 2, which is from November until June, and includes 9 episodes, 2 new characters, 7 story missions, a lot of weapons, new expeditions. It's gonna be very cool. A lot of content.
Yeah. Hope that answered your question. We've got a ton more content coming up for you. As well as post-launch, like you said, with Season 2 and our Lifeline concept of continuously developing on the game and making sure it becomes a more cool experience and more fun to play all the time as we just continue onwards together. So I have a question here that I like. Where Mother of Dinos says, where can we send in those clips? Shit, it's the fan. Like we said, on at Overkill TWD on Twitter, preferably. Yes, this... I haven't practiced
How
this
we do
thing.
this?
How do we do this?
It takes years, man. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Look at that shit.
I'm not... yeah, that thing, the link
Twitter.
at the bottom.
Here.
Please send it in. And Mother Dinos, looking forward to getting more stuff from you for sure. We have another one here, Malone Shark 009. Probably a James Bond fan. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like.
Or not Bond, Trevelyan in GoldenEye. One of the best James Bond movies, by the way. Yeah, anyway. Melon Shark 009 asks, if you pre-order on Steam, you get skins, right? And are they only for the beta players, right?
So if you pre-order on Steam, you get, with the standard edition, you get the Overkill hoodie. So it's a hoodie that we usually... Maybe we don't have any
you have
around
the
here.
Starbreeze one on? Yeah.
I have the Starbreeze one.
Yeah, I had the other one on before, yeah. But anyway.
So you get the Overkill hoodie, and then that's if you pre-order. Well, sorry, if you pre-order. So both the standard and the deluxe edition.
Get the Overkill hoodie.
Exactly.
Cool.
And then we have on top of that the Night Raid skins, and those are exclusive to the deluxe edition.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Whoop.
So this is the hoodie you get, yeah. But it's Aiden who has the hoodie, right? The other guys in the Survivor group, they don't have a hoodie specifically.
They don't have
They
have a leather jacket. They have different type
really
of
cool
clothing.
I would love a Overkill leather jacket. That sounds
It's very
epic.
cool.
Yeah.
We need to ask Heather then.
Let's see. Stalker Shadow asks, is there going to be a reduction for the hordometer? For example, in a mission, my group hit the first section of hordometer, then we get a bit more louder, and it's nearly at the second. If we get out of sight and wait for a little bit, will the hordometer drop at least to the first point?
So this is a good question, and no, it's not dropping down, and the reason is pretty simple, right? If we will be dropping it down, you will do exactly what you described there, right? So you will hide and wait for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then it will be waiting the Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
Instead of Overkill the Walking Dead. So that's why the hordometer always keeps growing, right? So you need to be strategical and tactical on when you need to use stealth, and usually that's before entering combat with humans. And then when shit hits the fan, and then you start fighting with the humans, just switch to your high power. Don't care about your silencers anymore. Just kill them as fast as you can, so they don't grow the hordometer neither, right?
Right, yeah. Because one of the reasons we have the hordometer as a gameplay feature is that it creates a sense of urgency when you play, right? So we want you to continue on, you know, and not just stand in a corner for 40 minutes and wait the game design out. So we want you to keep on moving because it's an intense experience, whether or not you're stealthing, because we know it can be super intense when you're stealthing also. All right. You have any of these questions you'd like to talk
Let's
about?
see what we got there. You're implementing host migration. So Shadow Banes, I have a question. Will you implement host migration? Because sometimes host leaves and the game ends when the level almost complete. This is a very good question, and indeed, yes, we're working on host migration. We've been working on it for a while, a couple of months now, and yes, we are planning to have it. Now, we want to give the best quality of service possible, so we need to see if we are going to make it for launch, or we are going to release it as an update to the game, right? So right now, our tests are promising, but I will tell you guys, just count on it. Like after launch, we're gonna have it.
Cool. Thanks for answering. Any other question?
McLaren Life will AI notice flashlights? Actually, this is a very good question. This is something that originally we didn't thought that people will use the flashlights as much as they are doing right now. because we have indeed some dark corners, right? And we expected people to only use the flashlights on those moments. But we've seen that people is using flashlights all the time, right? Which is cool because it's your game. Play it how you want it, right?
Play your way.
So we will indeed work on AI detecting flashlights, but that's gonna be post-launch. What else we have here?
Any other? Pick one, anyone.
Okay, random one. How you pronounce that? Yo?
Yeah, UU9Z.
UU9Z, sounds very cute. UU9Z, very cute nickname. Hey guys, will there be an option for enabling or disabling hit markers, at least for human AI? Yes. You actually have already for the kill indicator that you can, it's by default on, and you can deactivate it through the settings. And we added the hit marker due to community requests for every hit on human AI. And by default it's gonna be off though, so we give you the game as we think that you should experience it, and then we give you the options in settings to tweak it. So you can actually, if you want to, you could activate the hit markers and remove the kill indicators if you want to. Right?
Yeah, I think it's so important to bring this up, especially for you in our community, to hear that we listen and we read what you are writing to us and what you're writing to each other in the Steam forums and on Twitter and elsewhere. And we take note of your feedback and your thoughts and your comments. And we want to ensure, like Saul said previously earlier today, we want to give you all the best experience we can. And whether we get a fix in early or later, that all depends on what else we have in the pipe, because we got a lot of stuff cooking.
Yeah.
Cool. So
we got there?
a question from Vampire, Vampire.
Vampire.
So the one is an I. You know Leet, the language? Yeah. All right. I'm just checking. So Vampire is asking. So when the new seasons come out, do we have to pay for them or will they be free? Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
That's a lot of questions in one, right? So yes, if you buy the standard edition or the deluxe edition, all the content for season 2.
Yeah, and 2, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Season 1 is included in the packaging, let's say, right? Like straight out of the bat, 6th of November. And all the content for season 2, it's free until June next year.
Yeah.
That's if
so you get
standard or deluxe.
Precisely. Whether or not you pre-order or just buy the standard edition or the deluxe edition of the game, you get season 1 and season 2 included in your purchase. Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Let's see, any more questions?
So, what else we have there?
Are we good?
Let's see.
One more?
I see more are popping. Friendly fire on, oh sorry, what's the name? Oh, there you go. Bonafide Rob. Bonafide Rob. Friendly fire on overkill difficulty. So we actually had a debate about this internally as well, right? Like, shall we activate it? Shall we not? Right?
Yeah.
And answer is no. And the reason is very simple. It's like internet trolls. They will destroy your game like super fast, right? And the game is hard, right?
Yeah.
So
it's already hard.
Adding this extra layer will just make it almost impossible, right? Imagine like we're fighting, and then suddenly you cross, and then we both die. It's a bit too much. That's why we decided not to go for it. But if more people request it, maybe in the future we can add it in an update.
Cool. So, Saul, thank you so much for answering so many questions. I got to answer some too. I like that. But I like, it's because I like hearing your voice so much.
Oh,
it's
thank you.
Nice.
I love you too.
So, like we said before, it's been a lot of talk about Shit It's the Fan, but because we want you to send us more, we love the segment because it really brings out, the creativity in the community and the Shit It's the Fan moments, essentially, right?
I love a lot.
Yeah. So, and we had a pretty intense session today, right? And it always takes longer than I anticipate because we're having so much fun in here talking with you all. But we wanted to wrap up and we wanted to just briefly go through what we've been talking about today. So, we said hi in the beginning. We talked a bit about the season concept, making sure everyone's aware how that works. You pre-order, you get the skins, you get season 1 and 2, no matter if you pre-order or not, and so on and so forth. Just rewind and check this out from the beginning if you missed that part. We talked about the Walker Stalker event happening in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're a Walking Dead fan, if you are Overkill's The Walking Dead fan, if you are curious about the game, make sure you visit the show. We're going to be there for 3 days showing the game, talking about the game. We're going to have developers on site. They're going to get a lot of information, a lot of good feedback and comments from the players there that we're going to bring back with us. We're going to talk about, we talked about the beta. Part 3 of the beta. We have been challenging the community, and do we do the drum roll again?
Yeah,
let's do the
please
drum
do it.
because I just
Please
love the
control.
effect. Yeah. There we
It
go.
works every
This is-
time.
It works every time. We need to make that part of the thing. Yeah, so as you can see, you succeeded. Thank you so much for helping us slay walkers to kill those damn walkers. How many did they kill now again?
Almost 47 million.
47 million?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a lot of walkers.
We will post on Steam
Yeah.
the numbers so you guys can see like exactly. For those that want to see exactly how many, we'll post those.
We'll share a link to this clip and of course share the data, like Saul was saying. We went through the heat maps of the different levels, shared our thoughts on that, you know, how it helps us make the game even cooler. And we went through the Q&A also. Like we answered a ton of questions. Hope you like that. Always appreciate getting questions from you all. Saw a question from Peacemaker also. Hey Peacemaker, shout out to you. I know you well, and thank you for your question. Can't remember right now if we answered it or not, but anyway.
What is it?
I'll talk to you later. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So yeah, that's it for The Walking Dead Part 6.
The Walking Dead. That's the new title.
I like that so much. So cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. This has been Almir and Saul, and thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time, and we've got so much exciting stuff coming up, right? Got launch on the 6th of November and everything else. It's exciting times.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Like and share if you enjoy the video and think others might benefit from this, and of course subscribe and hit the notification button if you are new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video.